Hi everyone, this is Upti Belwal. As you know that recently I was in Georgia, and while I was in Georgia, I visited many universities and in Tbilisi as well as in Batumi, and it was very important, to know the perspective of the university's official about the NMC regulation and how it is fulfilling the NMC guidelines. So basically, in this interview, it's a very long interview, but in this interview, I'm just putting this part where we ask about the eligibility about being a doctor and being be able to become a senior doctor also. So there are two main issues, and one was about the revised advisory. काफ़ी ऐसे रूमर्स आए कि वहाँ पे पैसे खिला के एडवाइजरी को जो है चेंज किया गया, बट एक्चुअली ऐसा नहीं था। और ये साफ साफ इस अनकट इंटरव्यू में आप देख सकते हैं कि वो गलत एडवाइजरी आई थी और मिनिस्ट्री ने इसमें इंटरवीन करके रिवाइज एडवाइजरी दी विद सम एडिशनल इनपुट्स। द सेकेंड थिंग इज अबाउट द रेजिडेंसी प्रोग्राम। रेजिडेंसी प्रोग्राम में ऑफकोर्स कोई नर्स तो एडमिशन नहीं ले सकती, ना बैठ सकती है। इंडिया में भी अगर किसी ने बी फार्मा किया है या बीएससी नर्सिंग करे तो क्या वो नीट पीजी एग्ज़ाम दे सकता है? नहीं। नीट पीजी एग्ज़ाम वही दे सकता है जिसने डॉक्टरी करी हो, जो डॉक्टर का कोर्स करता हो वो ही नीट पीजी एग्ज़ाम दे सकता है। इन्होंने यही बताया कि हमारे ग्रेजुएट्स उस एग्ज़ाम में बैठ सकते हैं जो रेजिडेंसी प्रोग्राम के लिए अलाउ करता है। ये एलिजिबिलिटी ही डिफाइन कर देती है, नेशनल मेडिकल काउंसिल का ये डाउट क्लियर कर देती है कि हम जो कोर्स करवा रहे हैं वो कोर्स कहीं भी लेस है और जो राइट्स हैं जॉर्जियंस के वही राइट्स इंडियंस को मिलते हैं, तो दोनों के लिए बराबर हैं। इस इंटरव्यू को ज़रूर देखिए और पूरी इन्फॉर्मेशन लीजिए।
Yes, you're eligible to work as a junior doctor, but to work as a doctor, you need to go through the residency program. But our graduates are eligible to apply for the residency program. This is what the National Council of India is asking for. Yeah. They should be eligible with the same rights. Like if our graduates are not eligible for the residency program, it means that they are not eligible for the National Medical Council of India. This is the main thing here. And it is completed from our side. It is the rule in Georgia as well. It's not something that it's offered for the Indian side only.
So even in Georgians?
It's common rule. It has always been the common rule here.
That's how even Georgians, locals do that? They apply
the confusion were made by one letter that has been sent incorrectly with a formulation. And then the ministry once again sent the letter with an additional explanation how
to
did
the
it
Indian
work.
Embassy.
Yes.
Yeah. Then they did the revised.
They are all the time making some confusion, and they are all the time making some new rules.
That is true. That is true.
But the whole idea is that we follow the guidelines of the World Federation of Medical Education, which means that it overlaps the National Council of India's, Medical Council of India's requirements. So the chance of having more or less by these regulations are impossible, which means that whatever we are doing, it's the same for everyone.
So basically in the course duration, the first thing is, of course, duration is being matched with the guidelines. Second is
like the courses as well. There's some courses that should be covered within the program, and without covering this subjects, you can't really be anything like not even doctor. So it's mandatory courses. There are some clinical regulations that this clinic should be under your supervision, and it should serve your students, and the beds should be allocated to your number of students, and it's here the same standard.
Okay.
It just made a specified version instead of having such a general version.
More specific.
Mm-hmm.